everyone, it's Beth from Sweetheart's Hair and welcome back to another video. So today, little Bailey is doing the video with me, but she's got a bit of a cold, guys, but she's carrying on for me, aren't you, Bailey? Little soldier. Thank you for doing the video, boo. So anyway, guys, I have got really exciting news. I found out this week that I've been nominated for International Hair Influencer of the Year by American Influencer Awards. So it's really exciting. I've got a massive goodie bag. I'll show you on my Instagram. Have a look on my Instagram story. So you have to vote. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys give me a vote. You can vote once a day and I will put in the description how you can do that. Okay, let's get started. Okay then, so to start this style, I'm just going to take my comb and I'm going to be separating the hair into three. I want it kind of like a curve. And then I'm just going to pop that in a little ponytail, guys. And we're going to do exactly the same on the other side, okay? So it's quite difficult, guys, to do it on the other side because you're trying to make sure that you're getting it even. So I always just kind of like pick up the hair and just try and make sure that you sort of finished it even on both sides. But I think this is like so hard. Does anybody else find like parting the hair really hard to do? I feel like it takes me longer than the braid sometimes. So the next step after we've done that is to do an infinity braid. Now I'm going to show you step by step how to do the infinity braid. If you really struggle, just do an ordinary Dutch braid or French braid, okay? But I want this to be really quite sleek and like perfect. This bit's going to be textured. So I'm going to use a little bit of the Sexy Hair Dry Wax Spray. So I'm just going to kind of mist that over here. But first, Bailey, can you cover your hearing aid up? So anybody that wears hearing aids, guys, you'll probably know this, but make sure they're always covered up when you spray. And then I'll just brush that product through, and can you see how that's really sort of tamed all the hair? Are you okay there, Bailey?
Yep.
You've got a nasty cold, haven't you?
Yeah.
Now, this braid, I don't want it to kind of start from here and come down. I actually want it to start from the side here. So I'm going to take this slice of hair. Now, you do need to make sure, guys, that that's got a little bit of length to it, because this bit of hair's got to see you right to the end of the braid. So if you've only got really short bits there, you might need to take a little bit more. And I'm going to divide that into two, guys. Now, this is just a personal preference. I don't like it when you can see a split line there. So what I'm going to do is just cross those two over like that. But that's kind of optional, guys, okay? So we've got our two sections. These are going to remain our two sections all the way, okay? So you're going to take a really small section of hair. And this small section is going to come underneath, over the top, back underneath again. Another really small section of hair, guys. Smooth it out. Now this one's going to be added into that one that you tuck back underneath, so it gets added in together. So they're now one strand of hair. It's going to go over the top and back underneath again. Another really small section of hair, guys. It's going to get added into this one here again. So add it in. And that one's going to go over the top here, back underneath again. Going to go again, guys. So basically the strand is just being added into and being made thicker all the time. So I'm going to add that into this one here. This is still my right section, that's still my left section. These don't get added into ever. It's this strand here that's working its way over and back underneath again. You see I'm keeping these two strands really wide to make sure that the braid stays nice and tight. So it gets added into again. So they're combined together. So now what happens, can you remember? This one's going to go over the top and back underneath. So you're just going to keep doing this, guys, okay? You're going to keep adding in to that main section, and that main section is going to work its way over the top and back underneath again. So it goes over the top, back underneath again. So the key is, guys, to keep your sections nice and small. Now, let me show you something. Can you see how the braid has started to sort of work its way loose there? All you've got to do is take your original 2 sections, watch this, and just tighten them up like that. And it kind of bunches the braid back up into that really nice tight infinity. So last section going in now, guys. So I've just taken that section over and round a little bit. I'm going to pop in a little elastic there. So as you can see, guys, it's a gorgeous like little compact braid. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Okay, guys, so before we go any further, me and Bailey have got something to show you. What's this, Bailey?
Hearing aid charm.
It is a hearing aid charm, isn't it? So we get these from Purple Cat Hearing Aid Charms, and they come literally in all shapes and sizes, and they're just adorable. So what we do, can I take your ear out, Boo?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just going to click that off for seconds.
Yeah.
And then we just hook that in there. And then we hook it back there, turn it back on again. And what do your friends always say about your ears, Boo?
They like them a lot.
Do they?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't? They're adorable. Right, that's it. That should be on, Bailey. Is that on now?
Yeah.
Brilliant. And there you go. So cute.
I don't know what I'm doing with this.
So again, guys, I am just going to cross those 2 over. I'm not going to talk all the way through this. It's exactly the same. Just working those sections under, over and back under again. Okay, so on the home straight now, we are going to be doing a Dutch braid. But I kind of like the fact that this bit's like really tight and neat and like not a hair out of place. This braid, I'm going to use a little bit of clay spray. So I don't know if you can see that. It's the Sexy Hair spray clay. And I'm going to use that for texture. You could use as texture spray, dry shampoo, anything like that. So we're going to be starting, guys, a Dutch braid, okay? So I am just going to want a little bit of volume in that front bit. So I'm just going to do just a couple of pushes, guys. Just push with the comb like that, just to give it a little bit of fluffiness. Just brush over the top there, make sure that you've got no back comb visible from the top. It's kind of optional, this is, guys, to be fair. So under it goes again. And then we're going to go again underneath. Now before I go any further, I am just going to kind of tease out this front bit. I can do a little bit more at the end. So we're going to be taking sections of hair from the sides, smoothing out a little bit, but we don't want it to be perfect, adding it into the braids, braiding underneath. I have got tutorials, guys, for the Dutch braids. So I want this to be quite big, chunky sections. Once you've done a few bits added in like that, you're going to be taking your fingers and just starting to tease that braid up, okay? And I am also going to just pull a little bit on these bits as well. So taking big chunks of hair. And this braid is really, really quick to do because it's not all neat and perfect and you're taking big chunks of hair. And again, as you go, you're just going to be working some volume into that braids and into the side bits as well. So on this side now, I'm adding the last piece in, and I'm also going to be adding in that little braid, okay? And then I'm going to just continue that braid down, and I'm going to continue pulling it, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to finish this style. Okay guys, so I can do a bit more messing with this in a minute, but I'm going to pin this up. So I'm just going to take this braid here and I'm just going to take it round like that and just sort of let it sit there. And then you're going to be getting some little hairpins or bobby pins and just pinning it in. Can I have one, Boo?
Oh yeah.
Thank you, darling. Okay guys, so that is the style finish. Bailey did really well because she wasn't 100% today. So thank you so much, Bailey, for doing the video, babe. And I'm going to go a little spin for you so you can see it from all angles. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed mine and Bailey's video, and please don't forget to vote. I would really, really appreciate it. If you put a comment, I voted or something, so I know that you voted, so I can thank you personally. And I'll see you again next week. Bye.